The fire inside you that never stops after 60. Your body doesn't just age, it fights itself. You might think the aches, the stiffness, the fatigue are normal, but what if they weren't just symptoms of aging? What if they were signs of something more dangerous? Chronic inflammation? Chronic inflammation is a silent killer. Unlike the redness or swelling from a cut, this kind of inflammation lingers deep inside your body, affecting your heart, brain, joints, and immune system. And the worst part? You often can't feel it until a major illness like heart disease, diabetes, dementia, or even cancer develops. In today's video, we'll explore why inflammation becomes more common and dangerous after 60, the subtle ways it shows up, how it's linked to nearly every serious disease in seniors, and most importantly, how you can cool this internal fire before it causes irreversible damage. This isn't a small issue. Nearly every chronic condition that strikes after 60 has an inflammatory component. And the sad truth? Many people are suffering because they didn't know what was happening until it was too late. So we're diving deep into the science, the risks, the symptoms, and, most importantly, the solutions. We'll go step by step through the hidden signs of inflammation, the body's internal breakdown mechanisms, and specific steps you can take to slow the fire and reclaim your health. Aging doesn't have to mean suffering. Knowledge is your first shield, and action is your greatest weapon. What is chronic inflammation and why it worsens with age? Inflammation is a normal immune response. It's how your body fights infection or repairs injury. But after 60, your immune system begins to misfire. Instead of turning off inflammation once the job is done, your body keeps the fire burning. This condition is called inflammaging, a low-grade chronic inflammation that comes with aging. The reasons are complex. Senescent cells. These are old, damaged cells that don't die, but instead secrete inflammatory chemicals, contributing to tissue damage and age-related disease. Immune system decline. Aging disrupts the balance of immune cells, increasing pro-inflammatory signals. Your immune system becomes sluggish at fighting real threats and overactive in attacking healthy tissues. Oxidative stress. Over decades, damage from free radicals accumulates and triggers inflammation. These molecules damage DNA, proteins, and cell membranes. Leaky gut. A compromised gut barrier allows toxins and bacteria into the bloodstream, setting off an immune response that never quite ends. Hormonal changes. Estrogen and testosterone decline with age, and both have anti-inflammatory properties. Their absence can leave your system exposed. Loss of muscle mass. Muscle is anti-inflammatory. Sarcopenia, or muscle loss with aging, worsens inflammation and increases frailty. This toxic combination can create a feedback loop. Inflammation causes tissue damage, which triggers more inflammation, leading to even more damage. Diseases driven by chronic inflammation. After 60, here's the chilling part. Chronic inflammation isn't just background noise. It is the driver behind most age-related diseases. Let's break it down. Heart disease. Inflammation damages the arteries, leading to plaque buildup and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. It also stiffens arteries and interferes with blood pressure regulation. Type 2 diabetes. Inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, contributing to insulin resistance. Fat cells release inflammatory cytokines that reduce the body's sensitivity to insulin. Alzheimer's and dementia. Inflammatory markers are found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. The immune system's overreaction contributes to brain cell death. It also increases beta-amyloid plaque accumulation. Arthritis. Joint inflammation causes stiffness, pain, and reduced mobility. Osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis both involve inflammatory processes. Cancer. Inflammatory chemicals create an environment that supports tumor growth and spread. Chronic inflammation can damage DNA and prevent damaged cells from being destroyed. Depression. Elevated inflammatory cytokines can disrupt mood-regulating neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. It's why physical health and mental health are deeply connected. Kidney disease. Inflammation affects kidney filtering and increases the risk of chronic kidney disease in aging adults. Vision loss. Inflammatory processes are also involved in macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. Each of these conditions doesn't just reduce quality of life, it drastically increases the risk of hospitalization, medication dependence, and early mortality. Signs you're living with chronic inflammation? Most people living with chronic inflammation don't even realize it. It hides in plain sight, but there are warning signs your body gives you. Persistent fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. Joint stiffness, especially in the morning. Brain fog, memory problems, or lack of focus. Digestive issues like bloating, gas, constipation, or diarrhea. Skin problems, rashes, eczema, or adult acne. Weight gain, especially around the belly. Frequent infections or slow healing. Mood changes like irritability, anxiety, or low motivation. Poor sleep quality or trouble falling or staying asleep. Puffy face or dark under-eye circles. These symptoms are often brushed off as aging, stress, or lifestyle, but they are often rooted in systemic inflammation. Even subtle signs like dry eyes, dry mouth, or a chronic stuffy nose that never fully clears can point toward internal inflammation. And these symptoms often overlap with autoimmune diseases, where inflammation is both the cause and the symptom. Lab tests that can reveal hidden inflammation. Want to know if inflammation is hurting you? Ask your doctor for these simple but powerful blood tests. C-reactive protein, CRP, a general marker of inflammation in the body. High sensitivity CRP, HS-CRP, more specific for heart-related inflammation. ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate, another marker for systemic inflammation. Homocysteine, elevated levels indicate inflammation and heart disease risk. Fibrinogen, high levels suggest your blood is more likely to clot, often due to inflammation. Interleukin-6, IL-6, elevated in chronic inflammatory conditions. TNF-alpha, a key inflammatory cytokine. Vitamin D levels. Low vitamin D is often associated with higher inflammation. You can also explore advanced tests that measure oxidative stress or look into gut health, zonulin, calprotectin, or microbiome testing for additional insight. Always consult your provider to develop a personalized interpretation. Natural ways to fight inflammation. After 60 now for the good news, you can fight back, and naturally. Here's how. Diet. Anti-inflammatory foods, berries, leafy greens, turmeric, olive oil, fatty fish like salmon, nuts, garlic, ginger, onions, tomatoes, and green tea. Whole foods, reduce intake of packaged or processed products with additives. Fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, miso, and kimchi nourish gut bacteria. Spices, cinnamon and black pepper help regulate blood sugar and inflammation. Stay hydrated. Water helps flush out inflammatory toxins. Reduce sugar and refined carbs. These spike insulin and increase inflammatory markers. Lifestyle. Move daily. Walking, tai chi, or light strength training lowers inflammatory markers. Manage stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which drives inflammation. Sleep deeply. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. Poor sleep fuels inflammatory cytokines. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Both are major triggers of inflammation. Connect socially. Isolation increases inflammation. Community reduces it. Meditation or prayer. These calm the nervous system, reducing stress-induced inflammation. Supplements. Curcumin from turmeric, a proven anti-inflammatory compound. Omega-3s, EPA and DHA reduce heart and brain inflammation. Vitamin D, low levels are tied to many inflammatory diseases. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system and reduce stress. Probiotics support gut health and immune regulation. Quercetin, boswellia, and CoQ10, plant-based compounds that reduce inflammation naturally. Always consult your doctor before starting new supplements, especially if you're taking medications. Finally, rewriting your health story. Inflammation doesn't have to be your destiny. It's not just a side effect of aging. It's a condition that can be managed, reversed, and in many cases, prevented. Every small decision you make after 60, from what you eat to how you move to how you handle stress, can either add fuel to the fire or help put it out. You are not powerless. Your body may be older, but it still responds beautifully to care, nourishment, and attention. Imagine waking up with energy, moving freely, thinking clearly, feeling emotionally balanced. This is what an anti-inflammatory lifestyle can give you. So ask yourself, what kind of future do you want to build? One where chronic disease creeps up and takes control? Or one where you take the reins and live your golden years with clarity, strength, and energy? This video is your wake-up call, but it's also your roadmap. Share it with a loved one. Start with one change today. And remember, the flame inside you can burn bright or burn you out. It's your choice. Call to action. If this video helped you understand inflammation better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more senior health videos. Share it with someone over 60 who needs this information. It could change their life. Let's fight inflammation and age wisely, together. Strong,